Welcome to Tinkle's YouTube channel. Mr. Zuro welcomes you to Tinkle's TV. Hi, I'm Bobby. I'm back again. Today I will show you an interesting project. Whenever I used to observe an object shapes like notebook that is in rectangular shape, clock that is in the circular shape, so I am fascinated by these shapes. So I thought to create something related to shapes. So I come up with this project. Hope you will like this project. So now I'm going to show you these projects. Simple shape maker. So here you can see a pencil, right? When I click on this pencil, see which shape it will draw. Ooh, it will draw square. And if I press down arrow, draw circle. Yay! If I press up arrow key, now let's see. It draws pentagon. If I press spacebar key. Wow. So we are going to create this project, and my second project is the complex shape maker. Let me show you. So in this, my sprite will ask, press the space key to make a shape. So I will just press a spacebar key. Now I should write here the sides. So I will just write here 9. Let's see what happened. See, my sprite has created 9 sides. Now again I will press spacebar key and let's put here this time 4. Now let's see what happened. Square, right? Now again I will press this and let's write here 3. Now let's check. Woo, it's working. So we are going to create this amazing project. Now let's start. So our journey starts. So our first stop is Introduction to Geometrical Shapes. Second stop is Sides, Corners, Angles. Third stop is Simple Shape Maker. And fourth is Complex Shape Maker. Now our first stop is Introduction to Geometrical Shapes. So here are some different shapes. Geometrical shapes like square, rectangle, circle, oval. So these are different types of geometrical shape. So geometrical shapes can be defined as a figure or area closed by a boundaries by which created by a combining the specific amount of curves, planes and lines. Here we can see a square, rectangle, circle, oval. So these all are the examples of geometrical shapes. So our second stop is sides, corners and angles. Now I will just click here. Now let's see sides and corners. Sorry, sides are a straight lines that makes a flat shape. For example, here we can see square. Square has 4 sides, 4 lines. So we can say 4 sides. Square has 4 sides. And what is corner? A corner is a point where 2 sides meet. Here we can say this. In square, 1, 2, 3, 4. So in square, there are 4 sides and 4 corners. Similarly, in circle, we can see there is no sides, no corners. In rectangle, we can see there are 4 sides and 4 corners. So different shapes have different sides and different corners. Now let's come to angle. So angle. So a circle has 360-degree angle, right? So an angle is formed where 2 sides of a shape meet. So let's say in this circle. In circle, we can say it's of 360-degree. Why circle is of 360-degree? So we can draw a circle and just we will draw 2 diameters in it. Any 2 lines. Here we can see we have drawn these 2 lines. And if we calculate the sum, it will come to 360-degree. Let's see here. So here I have drawn two diagonals, or we can say two diameters. So here we can see here, this is a rectangle. This is a right angle triangle and it is of 90 degree. Again, this is of 90 degree. So there are four right angle triangles and all the four are of 90 degree. So total it will make 360 degree. So circle is having 360 degree. Now let's come to our solar system. So in solar system, we know the earth revolves around the sun, right? In a circular manner. So it takes 360 degree. So from 1st January to 31st December, it completes its one revolution. So it is of 360 degrees. Now our next stop is the shape maker. Now let's draw different shapes. So this is my Scratch platform. I will just click here on create. Now I need a pencil to draw shapes, right? So I will just click here on my cat with plus sign and let's select pencil. So I will just select here pencil. Now I want whenever I press, let's say whenever I press down arrow key. Okay, now I want to press the down arrow key, that whenever I press my down arrow key, it should make a circle, right? Let's try to create a circle. Sorry. So let's click here. Let's click on this extension. For this, we require a pen extension. So I will just click here and drag this pen extension. Now I want when green flag clicked. So I will just click here on event block and drag when green flag clicked. Then I want my pencil to go its original position, that is where x and y equals to 0. So I will just click here on motion block and I will drag this go, that is 0 and y equals to 0. So the pencil comes in its initial position, that is where x equals to 0 and y equals to 0. But I want when I press down arrow key, then my pencil should create a circle. So for that, what I have done, I have clicked on this looks block, the purple block. So here I will just drag hide. Okay, so whenever the green flag click, we want this pencil to hide. So when we press down arrow key, then our pencil should come and draw a circle for us. That is of 360 degree, right? So I will just click here on event block. This is yellow color block. And I will click here, I will drag here when this sprite click. It means when I click this pencil, it should draw a circle for me. So I will just click here on looks block. When I click on down arrow key, my pencil should be visible to me. So I will just drag here the show block. Okay, so let's see whether it works or not. When I press this green arrow, so my pencil disappear. But when I press this down arrow, so sorry, I have dragged here when this sprite click, but we want when down arrow key is pressed. So I will just click here and select this down arrow. Okay, now let's check again. So my pencil is visible to me. Now what I want, so we want our pencil to draw a circle for us. So I will just click here on my pen. Now if something is there, then I want to erase everything from my stage. This is my stage, this is my screen. So I want to delete everything. So I will just drag here the pen, that is erase all. Then I drag here pen down. So there are two terms, pen up. So in pen up, it will draw in air, which is not visible to us. So we want it to visible to all of us, right? So I will just select here pen down so that we can draw a circle. Now let's select a color. So which color should we select? Okay, I like pink color. So let's select this color. So we can select a color. Now we want to draw a circle, and we know that circle is of 360 degree. So what we want, first of all, we will set the size of our pen, right? So I will just drag the set pen size and put here the value that is 10. Now we know that the circle is of 360 degrees. So I will just click here on control block and drag here repeat block. So our circle is of 360 degree, right? So I will just write here 360. Now what I want it to turn clockwise to 1 degree. Let's say, So let's drag here, right here, 1 degree. We want it to move 1 degree. Turn 1 degree, and we also want it to move also. So I will just put here 1, and after that I want my pencil to disappear, right? So I will just click here on looks block, that is the purple block, and I will drag here the height. Now let's see what happened. Now I will just press this green key, green flag, so my pencil disappeared. So I will just press here down arrow key. So let's see whether it works or not. Wow, it's working. See, my pencil also hide. So our circle is ready. Now what I want to draw another shape. Let's draw square. Okay, so for square also, let's take one more pencil for square. Pencil. This is my pencil. So I have taken one more pencil. So in this, I want to draw a square. So I will just click here on even block, and I will drag when green flag clicked. So when green flag clicked, I want to erase everything, right? So I will just click here on pen and just drag here erase all. And then I want this time, what should we do? This time I want my sprite to visible to us whenever we click on this sprite. Then it should make square for us. So what should I do? I will just click here on looks block because we want our pencil to show. So I will just drag here the show. Now let's press green flag and check. 1, 2, 3, start. Ooh. But then also it is visible to us. So what should we do? So what I will do here when this sprite is clicked. Okay, then I want to erase everything. So I will just drag here again, erase all. Okay, and then again we want to take the pen. So I will just drag here pen down, and let's set the color same color. And now the square has 4 sides, right? So we want to draw a square. So let's click here on control block and let's put here repeat, and let's write here 4. Now we want it to move 100 steps. So I will just put here 100, and let's put some weight here. And then we know that our square has 4 sides. So let's divide it 360 by 4. So I will just drag here turn, and here I will take the operator block and I will just drag here 360 divide by 4. Let's see. Now after that I want it to hide. Okay, now let's see. Now when this sprite clicked, so we haven't selected here the pen, right? So I will just go here on pen and select the pen size. So this time I will put here 10. Now let's see. Okay, this is coming because we haven't put it here on the earlier, the erase all. Whenever the green flag click, we want it to erase everything. Okay, now what we want? We want to click on this sprite and it should draw a square for us. Now let's click here and see. The pen size here we have selected to 10, right? So here it has drawn square for us. Now I want one more shape. So which shape should we draw? We should draw a triangle. So this time I want when spacebar key is pressed, then we should draw a triangle. So I will select a pencil and this time we'll draw a triangle in it. So I will just put here pencil. And again, we want it to hide. Whenever the green flag clicked, we want it to hide. So we want to erase everything and we want it to hide. So we will click here on the looks block and drag here the height. Now again, I want if I press the spacebar key. So I will just click here on the events and drag when the space key is pressed. Then first of all, I want to remove everything, erase everything. So I will just click here and drag erase all. And we have to select a pen color and we also have to set the size of a pen and also we have to take the pen down. Then only it will, right? Then I want to draw a triangle. So we know triangle has 3 sides. So I will just click here on the control block, this orange block. And I will repeat these steps to 3. Because triangle has 3 sides. So we will put here 3. So now let's click here on the motion block. So I will just click here on the motion block and drag my move block. So again, we want it to move to left side. So I will just put here -100. And again, let's put here weight. Sorry, I will just click here on the control block and drag weight. And then again, I will click here and turn. This time we will divide 360 by 3 because triangle is having 3 sides. So I will just click here on the operator block and just write here 360 divide by 3. And then I again want it to height. So I will just click here on the look block and I will drag here height. Now let's see what happened. Now I will press the spacebar key and let's check what happened. So it's created the space, right? So a rectangle is ready whenever we click the spacebar key. So it draw a rectangle for us. Now what I want one more thing. I want to draw a pentagon. Let's take a pencil again. This time I want it to hide. Okay, so I will just click here when green flag clicked, erase everything, and I want it to hide. So I will just click here and I will just drag here the hide one. So this time I want whenever the up arrow key is pressed. Whenever the up arrow key is pressed, then I want it to draw a pentagon for me. So I will just click here on events and drag this when up arrow key is pressed because we have used the down arrow key for circle. So we will drag when up arrow key is pressed. Then what we want to draw a pentagon. So I will just click here on my pen and now I want it to show. Now I will just drag here show. And then I want it to draw a pentagon for me. So again, I will click here on my pen and I will drag here erase all First of all, I want to erase everything. Then I want pen down because we want to draw something on a stage, right? Not in the air. So we will use pen down here. Now let's select the color and the size of a pen. Let's put here 10 again. Now we know that pentagon is having 5 sides. So I will just click here on control and drag this repeat block. This time I will put here 5. So what I want to draw a pentagon. Again, I will click here, move -100. Sorry. Then I will put here the weight, that is when I will click on the control, that is orange color for, and I will just drag here, wait for a second. Now again, I will click on the motion block and turn 15 degrees. Now we know pentagon is having 5 sides. So we will use 360 divided by 5. So I'll just click here on the operator and drag this. So here I will use 360 divided by 5, and again I want it to height. So I will just click here and drag height. Sorry, and drag height. Now let's see what happened when I click on the green flag and I have to press up arrow key to draw pentagon. I will press the up arrow key to check. It's working. So first of all, here what we have done, if we press the down arrow key, we want to create a circle for us. So first of all, we have put show and erase everything. Then we have dragged pen down so that we can draw a circle. Then we have selected the color and then we have selected the size of a pen. Then we have repeated to 360 degree because the circle have area of 360 degree. And then we turn clockwise 1 degree and we can move to 1 degree. So it will create a circle for us when we press the down arrow. Now second thing is this, when the sprite click, then we want it to, when green flag click, we want this to show, this pencil to show, because whenever we click on this sprite, it will draw a square for us. Then our pencil should hide. So what we have done here, when this sprite click, then again erase everything, pen down. It means we have to draw and set the size to 10. So we have set the pen size to 10 and color, and we have repeated it 4 times because square has 4 sides. And we have moved 100 steps and then wait for 1 second. Then we have drawn 360 by 4 because square has 4 sides. So we have divided 360 by 4. Then again we want to hide our pencil. Now the third one is we have to draw a triangle. So we know triangle has 3 sides. So whenever we press the green flag, it should erase everything and hide. We don't want to display this pencil. So when spacebar key is pressed, then we want to show our pencil, right? So I will just click here and drag here, show. Then I want to show my pencil. Then I have to erase everything, then pen down. Then we have selected the pen color and set the size of a pen, that is 10. And triangle has 3 sides. So we have to repeat this step 3 times. So we have put move -100 steps, then wait for a second. As we know, triangle is having 3 sides. So we divided 360 by 3. And then we want to hide our pencil. So we have just dragged here height. So here what we have drawn, here we have drawn pentagon. So when green flag clicked, we have to erase everything and then hide. So when up arrow key is pressed, then we want it to show. And we have to erase everything, pen down, and we have set the pen color to pink or purple. And then we have set the pen size to 10 And we know that pentagon is having 5 sides. So I have put -100, move steps -100, and then weight, and then 360 divided by 5, because pentagon is having 5 sides, and then we have hidden. Now let's check. Sorry. So we can check each and every shape now. So when we press the space bar key, let's see what happened. Draw a triangle for us. Whenever I press this green flag, this pencil is visible to me. So I will just press here on this pencil when the sprite clicked. Now let's see what happened. Now if I press the up arrow key, let's see. Now if I press the down arrow key. It's working. Wow, we have created shapes, different types of shapes. Now our fourth stop is complex shape maker. Now we have made a simple shapes, right? Now we are going to create some complex shape. Now let's try to create. So this is again my Scratch platform. Now I will just click here on create. So this is my sprite, and first of all, I want whenever the green flag clicked, my sprite should ask me to press the space bar key to select the shape. So I will just click here again to a pen, because we need a pen to draw. So I will just click here on the events, this yellow circle, and I will drag here when green flag clicked. Then when green flag clicked, I want my sprite or I want my cat to ask something from me. So what should I do? First of all, let's erase everything. So I will just click here on pen and I will drag here erase all. So when we drag this, as we know, it will erase everything. Now what we want pen up. We want to write in the air. Okay. So I will just drag here pen up and let's select this color. Okay, let's select the color and then we want to set the size. Okay, so I don't think so we require this color one. So I will just drag here the set pen size and let's select here to 3. So whenever we press the green flag, I want it to erase everything and we have selected the size of our pen. Then I want my sprite to ask that to press a spacebar key. So first of all, we will put our cat to our initial position where x equals to 0 and y equals to 0 to its original point, or we can say to the center. So I will just click here on motion block and I will drag here, go to x and y. Here we will select 0 and y equals to 0. So here our cat will go to its original position. Then we want our sprite to ask us. So I will just click here on looks and drag this say. Now I will write here, press the space bar key, right? Press the, space key to make a shape. So we have written press the space bar key to make a shape. So I will just click here on the green flag and let's check. So our sprite is asking from us, press the space key to make a shape. So let's create one thing for more for this sprite. Sorry. When space key is pressed. So when first of all, our sprite is asking us to press spacebar key to make a shape. So now we will create an event. Now we'll just click on the event and drag when space key is pressed. Then we want to erase everything. So I will just click here on pen block and I will drag here erase all. Okay, so when we click here on erase all, everything will be erased. Now I want to set the position again of my sprite. Now let's say go to x0, y0. Now I want my sprite to ask from us that how many sides we want for our shape. So I will just click here on the sensing block and drag here ask. Now I will write here how many sides you need to draw. Okay, so here we can ask the user to tell us about the sides of a shape. Whatever shape we want, we can select a size. Now I want the sprite to take the answer from a user. So what we will do, we will just come here, variables, and select a variable that is site. Okay, so user will give us the sites. So I'll just click here. I don't want to display it here, so I will again click here. Now I will just select here sites. Now I want the sprite should take the answer from the user. So I will just click here on the sensing block and drag this answer. Let's check. Press the space key to make a shape. I will just press the space key. How many sides you need to draw a shape? Let's take this 3. Okay. So set sides to 3. So it has taken from the user the sides to 3. Now I want to calculate, right? So I will just click here the variable and make a variable that is angle. So we have created one variable and name it as angle. And we know, and we know that angle is 360 divided by sides. Okay, so what we require? We require operators. So I will just click here on operators and drag here this. So here I will put 360 divided by sides. Like if the user has given us 4 sides, so we will divide 360 by 4. If user has given us 3 sides, then 360 divided by 3. So I will just click here. So what we want? Side. So I will just click on variables. Sorry, I don't want the angle to appear here. So I will just click here. Sides. So sides we will give the sides to the sprite and it will calculate angle 360 divided by sides. So we know there are 2 types of angles, interior angle and exterior angle. Interior angle is inside the angle, as name tells us. So exterior angle means the outside the shape. The angle which is outside the shape is known as exterior angle. Okay, let me tell you. So we have interior as well as exterior angles in it. So interior angle is inside the circle or inside our shape and exterior angle is outside our shape. Now I want exterior angle. So I will just, interior angle. So I will just take here the interior angle. Let's select this. Okay. So we have created a variable and name it as interior angle. So I will just click here. And we know that interior angle is 180 minus angle. So I will just select here interior angle. And here I will go to operators and I will do your 180 degree minus angle. So I will just click here on variables and drag here the angle. So size is given by the user and angle is 360 divided by sides. If we divide 360 by sides, then that is known as angle. Then what about interior angle? If we subtract 180 with that angle, that is known as interior angle. Now what I want to calculate one side. I want this sprite to adjust in that, that shape to adjust in the screen. So I will make here one more variable, that is one side, so that our shape can adjust in our stage. So I will just click here one side, and here I will drag sat one side, and we want to calculate a side. So what I will do, I will just click here on operator, and I will drag here this multiplication. Again, we want to multiply it, and let's take this. So here I want 160 into 2. Sorry. Here I will select a sign. This is a trigonometric function, and here I want 180 divided by sides. So I will again click here and drag here 180 divided by sides. Where is my side? So I will just click here sides. I will drag here. So it will make a shape inside our stage. So 160 into 2 sine of 180 divided by sides. Now I want to adjust the position of our sprite. So I will just click here, and I will just drag here go to, and I will select the position, that is, so I will just select here the position, that is x equals to -70 and y equals to, let's say we want it downwards. So let's say 169. Let's say 169. So we have adjusted the position where x equals to -70 and y equals to -169. So we want our sprite to point direction, that is 90. Now I will just click on this motion block and drag this point direction 90. Okay, so what we have done here, when spacebar key is pressed, then we want to erase everything, and we have set the position of our sprite. Then we have asked from the user that how many sides the user needs to create a shape. So we have taken the answer from the user and set the sides to the answer. Then we have selected the angle, that is 360 divided by sides. That is the side that is given by our users. We have given the sides. Then we have selected the interior angle, that is 180 minus this angle. Then we have to select one side so that our shape can adjust in this area. So we have just put the formula, that is 160 into 2 sine of 180 by sides. So we have selected the position, that is go to x -70 and -169, so that it can draw a shape like this. So we have again put the direction to 90 degree. Now let's go to pen. Now let's set the color of our pen. Now I want one variable. Let's say a flip variable. So I will just click here and create a variable and name it as flip. It's for the color. So I will just put here and drag this flip like this. Now let's initialize its value with 50. Now as we know that we have to repeat till the sides. Like if we we are drawing the square, right? Square has 4 sides, so we will use repeat for 4. Repeat 4 times. Now similarly we will use repeat for sides because user is providing us the side. So I will just click here on repeat block, control block, and just drag this repeat. And here I will drag the sides. So here the user have taken the sides. Okay. Now what we want to repeat the sides, right? Now let's create a step. Okay. Now let's create a block. So I will just click here on my blocks and let me create one block that will name as step. Okay, here we will take the input and write here as number. Okay, so I have created this so that it can make the shape automatically. So what I want to repeat it to number. So I will just click here repeat block and drag this number here. Now I want it to move. So I will just click here on the motion block and drag here move. So here I want to drag one side. Just click here on variable and drag my one side, and we have to divide it by 3. So I will just click here on operator block and drag here this, and let's go to variable and select one side, and let's what happened? So let's drag here this, and we have can write here 3. Okay, now we can put some weight. Sorry, we can click on the control block and drag here the weight, and let's put here some weight that is 0.08 seconds. Now we want it to get next costume. So I will just click here on looks block and drag here next costume. Sorry. Now what I want it to repeat the sides. So what we will do? We will repeat the sides, and first of all let's click here on variable. Sorry, here, and let's drag here the 3 because we have selected 3 steps. So now I want it to turn anti-clockwise, so I will just drag here, and here I want angle. So I will drag here my angle. Now what I want to set the color, that is to the flip. So I will just click here and set pen color, and let's go to variable and drag here the flip. Now we can set the flip. Let's set the flip to flip into -1. So I will just click here on the operator block and drag this here, and let's go to variable again and drag here this, and here I will write -1. Then I want to pan up, and I want it to say, sorry, pan up, and then I want it to say press space key to make a shape again. So I will just click here and drag the say, and let's write here press the space key to make a shape. So we have written this. Now let's check whether it works or not. I will just press here green flag, spacebar key, and just I will write here 4, and let's check. Oh, it's not appearing. So we have put here flip to -1, and let's check. So first of all, what we have done, we have erased everything, then we have put the pen up, then we have set the size of a pen, that is to 3. Then we have selected to X and Y position to 0, and then we want our sprite to say, press the key to make a shape. So for 2 seconds. Now what I want, when the spacebar key is pressed, Then I want it to erase everything. So I have put the initial position, that is X and Y. Then we have selected how many sides you need for your shape. Then we have set the sides to the answer of the user, whatever the answer the user will give us. Then we have set the angle, that is 360 divided by sides. Now we have selected the interior angle, that is the inside angle. Then it will 180 minus angle. Then we have set the one side, that is 160 into 2 into sine of 180 divided by sides, so that it can adjust in our space, our canvas, or we can say in our stage, in our stage. So what we have selected? We have selected the position and then we have pointed it to the direction. We haven't pointed down, right? So we have to pan down, because by default it's pan up. It's drawing in a air, as I told you. So I will just drag here the pan down. And we have selected the color. And again, we have flipped to 50 so that it can take the color and repeat the sides. Then we have selected the step 3, turn angle degrees. And then we have set the pan color to the flip. And then set the flip to flip into -1. Then we have done pan up, and let's try again. Now it's working. So it's providing us 4 different colors, right? Now let's try again. Okay, this time I want 6. Now let's see. So we have 6 sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let me show you this again. When I press this green flag, press spacebar key, I need 5 sides. So it has drawn. So what we have done in this, first of all, we have put when green flag click, it should erase everything. And we have selected the position. Okay. And then it should ask press the spacebar key to make a shape. Then we will press a spacebar key. Then when spacebar key is pressed, it will erase everything, and the initial position of the cat is the original position, that is x0 and y equals to 0. That is the original position. Then I want my sprite to ask how many sides we want to draw. So for the sides, we use sides and the answer the user will give us. So set sides to answer. Then we have set the angles, that is 360 divided by sides. Then we have taken the interior angle, that is 180 minus angle. Then we have selected set one side, so that it can adjust in our space, in our stage. So we have put this formula to adjust this in a space, in a stage. So we have put it to this position, our sprite, that is -70 and -169, so that it can start, and 90 so that it can move left, right. So we have pen down because we want to draw. So we have just dragged pen down. So set pen color to green. So we have selected a variable, flip variable. We have initialized it to 50. So it will take a color. So we have repeat to till the sides. So we want it to draw automatically the shape. So we have defined a block in which we have done to move one side divide by 3. And we have changed the costume also. That is the moving costume. Let me show you the next costume, this one. So we have repeated till size and we drag it to step 3. And then we have turned the angle and then pen color to this flip, and this flip into -1, and we have drawn this. And again we want it to ask from a user that to press the spacebar key to make a shape. Now let's check this again. I will click here and I will press this green flag. Now I will write here 6. Now let's check whether it works or not. Yay, it's working. So we have learned Introduction to Geometrical Shapes. We have learned sides, corners, and angles, and we have created simple shape also. And lastly, we have created complex shape. So contact Tinkerly if you have any query. So our mail ID is contact@tinker.ly. Thank you. The Barbie is signing off for a day. Stay tuned at Tinkerly's YouTube channel.
Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries. Hello, I am back again. Thanks for watching Tinkerly TV. Subscribe us. Contact to below site for more details and queries.